I didn't turn my mic on. Like an idiot. Oh, God, I'm an idiot. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hi. It's been a while since I've done any streaming. I should have looked at the chat a little earlier. The whole point of this is it's a Q&A. Going well. So, yeah, real life Beardy for a little bit. Hiya, how's it going? I don't have a beard. You've probably noticed. I went on a drag social and then decided to be a femboy for a while. I'm all dressed up because I thought I was going out tonight. I was going on a date and then they cancelled. So I was like, let's do a stream instead. And then as soon as I scheduled it, they uncancelled. But, you know, I was going to say YouTube comes first, but I did schedule the date first. Regardless, we're going out tomorrow night, so it's fine. But, yeah, this was going to be an XCOM stream, but Ellie's indisposed at the moment, and it would feel weird doing XCOM without her. So we're going to do a Q&A, play some FTL, have a chill little sesh. Yeah, no beard, like Slot is noticing. Yeah, as I said, I'm being a femboy for a little while. Thankfully, the date got cancelled before I put the eyeliner on, but I thought I might as well stay somewhat presentable, because we're doing a Beardy Penguin first tonight. We're doing a live unboxing, because I got a box from one of my patrons called Olaf. It's pretty heavy. Look at this. I got this from a patron. So, before we play FTL and before we do any Q&A-ing, we're going to unbox this bad boy, because I believe it contains Olaf's homebrewed mead. I love me some mead. Olaf was like, "Hey, can I send you some mead?" And I was like, hell to the yes, you can send me some mead. So I did remove like the tags on it, and I'm just going to shift the camera down so you can sort of see it. So I removed some of the tags and things just to avoid doxing myself. But yeah, here it is. I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know what's inside. So we're going to do a live unboxing video. Isn't this fun? And why has Office on the web just popped up on my computer? Go away, Microsoft. Stop spying on me. Okay. Honestly, uninstalling OneDrive was like one of the biggest pains in the ass of getting Windows 10. You have to uninstall, and same with Teams. There's a separate program installed to reinstall Teams. You have to uninstall like 3 separate programs to stop it reinstalling itself. Oh, look at this! We got a little note by Olaf Hammerhand to the Beardy Penguin. Isn't this cute? Olaf's in chat! Hey, Olaf! Oh, I've got a message as well. Oh! I hope this package made the journey in one piece and isn't dripping on your floor. Well, it's kind of become a part of the furniture, to be honest, because I wanted to open it live on stream. So I just haven't been able to get around to it. University is a lot, believe it or not. I hope this package made the journey isn't dripping on your floor. On the back of this page, I wrote a little guide to the included beers and mead. I only had one type of beer bottled, so I included some regional beers as well. Thank you for years of content on your channel. I drink to many years to come. Make sure to share with Ellie. Well, she's not here, so it's all mine. From Olaf Hammerhand. Glory to the Penguinaut Empire and greetings to all Penguinauts out there. Thank you very much. Okay, wow, okay, we've got a little guide. Let's get some of them out before we do that. What are we looking at? Oh, hello. We've got coasters included. Hey, Olaf. How's it going? I've been looking forward to this. I've been really looking forward to opening it. Oh, we've got the actual... We've got the dedicated coasters as well. Check it out. Oh, we got 2 of each. I assume meant to be for me and Ellie, but, you know. Ellie only drinks cider, though. She's basic. She was going to try it. She wanted to try it, but we just couldn't coordinate. So I was like, you know what? I want to drink Olaf's mead already. I felt like I was being mean. I was like, I really, really, really excited to try some of this mead. Right, okay, here we go. I didn't put this in the title of the video that we were going to be unboxing mead. Yeah, okay, here we are. Look at these! Oh, they're all individually packaged. Okay. I might move this box so I have some room. Let's do that. Let's move this somewhere. Okay, and then I'll bring the beers over. I think this is the first view you guys are getting of my flat as well. I hope you like it. You got the Lego N1 and Soyuz derivatives, well, Vostok derivatives over there, Kurzgesagt posters and the like. My humble abode. Honestly, my guide to university, live alone. It makes your life so much easier and so much happier. Oh wow, there is a lot of stuff in this box. I don't know where to start. Oh, I knocked my microphone. Okay. Professional streaming at its best. I did the first 30 seconds of the stream without a microphone, and I'm knocking it over. I don't know what I'm doing with my life or with this stream. I'm having fun though. This is fun. Okay, we'll have a little look at the first layer of meads and things, and then we'll see how far we get. So I know people are already asking like questions in the chat and the like. I'm currently diving into mead right now. I wasn't sure how good the shipping company would treat it, and with glass flow to be careful. Yeah, absolutely the best call. I shudder to think the amount of bubble wrap you got through packaging all this. Thank you for taking care with packaging it, because it would have been an absolute shame if it had been broken. We've got to, oh, I'm gonna try and pronounce it, but I assume it's Bootshaus, like that. Private brewery. Is it A with an umlaut? Is that Märzen, like that? It's been a while since I did German. Okay, that's our first one. There we go. Olaf, you have to tell me which ones that you specifically brewed. That's the real one I wanna. I mean, I'll probably be testing a couple of them throughout the stream, to be honest. This Olaf's big box of alcoholism. Yes. Drex is asking how old I am. I am 21. I am old enough to drink mead. That would be a bit awkward if I wasn't. I think I lose a lot of years when I'm clean shaven. Especially going for the femboy look at the moment. Weirdly enough, as soon as you go femboy, you get a lot of attention from 30-year-old men. And it's like, that is not my target demographic. I mean, that might be yours. That's fine. But yeah. I get catcalled on the street now, which is fun. I was chatting to most of my friends are female, to be honest. But, you know, it's finally something I've really got in common. I was like, oh, I had my first catcall. And they're like, oh, yeah, how did it make you feel? And I was like, it made me feel weird and uncomfortable, and like I wasn't at home in my own skin. And they were like, welcome to the club. Welcome. You're right. I was going to say true lady. I'm not trans, but you know what I mean. One of the gals. Okay, here we go. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to fill the time while struggling to get through. Here we go. This is Rowanberry wine. Rowanberry? Is that how you say it? Bitter. Oh, I love a bit of bitter. Anything that's bitter. I love coffee. I love Guinness. I love a bitter ale. Oh, I guess it's just called a bitter, isn't it? Okay. Here we go. Beardy Penguin unboxing stream. That's what you're here for. When are we getting Pizza Hut Proton Rocket in for all Kerbal kind? Pizza Hut Proton Rocket. What is that? Is that a thing? Is that like a promotional thing that Roscosmos did? I've never heard of that. Remember the space shower in Mars Horizon? So, yeah, about the space shower, I chatted about this on my Discord a little bit in the Mars Horizon thing. They changed the game. I got sent an email from the developers, and they were like, hey, so the developers apparently watch my YouTube series, which I think is adorable. I mean, they sent me the game, and I really like Mars Horizon. I really, really enjoyed that playthrough. I am really struggling with this. Yeah, so apparently the devs watch my playthrough. And yeah, they sent me an email and they were like, yeah, so in this video we noticed some problematic wording, and they like sent like almost like an apology. And it's like, you know, it wasn't really that problematic. It was just like they hadn't thought about how it might read, particularly if there's a female astronaut. I knew it was like riffing off of the thing that happened on Skylab when, you know, they introduced the space shower. It was a big deal. But just the wording was a little off, and so they were just like, yeah, we noticed some problematic wording, so we just want to let you know that we've changed it. And they had like an explanation for it, and it was really it was really funny but really cute. They've patched that out of the game now, so I directly caused them to patch a video game, which I just thought was really funny. Oh, okay, Giant's Gold Mead. Aha, made with organic apple juice. Oh, an organic honey. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm gonna dig into these once. I'm pack these first few, like the first half, because this is taking a little while. And then I'll start testing them while playing FTL and mainly answering questions. FTL is really just going to be a background activity. Right now it's hard to answer questions because I need to try and focus on cutting these things open. And, you know, I'm doing a somewhat reasonable job at that, I think. There we go. What's this one? Smoky Bee. Oh, that sounds good. Something smoky. There we go. We got that one. So I've got my preview window on my second monitor, so I'm looking over there, but the camera's there. Hello. I should be a better YouTuber in general, but I should probably look at the camera and say hi to everyone. You're a controversial YouTuber, Beardy. Congratulations. How am I controversial? What, just because I play as the Soviets? Or is that because of this Mars Horizon space shower? Yeah, I am a little concerned, to be honest. Because obviously I scheduled up all of the Mars Horizon videos playing as Russia. Before everything started happening. I'm not going to get into it, but I've already had a few comments on videos where I've had to delete. And they're like, oh, this hasn't aged well. Oh my god, like, it's unrelated. I'm playing as the Russian Space Agency, you know? There's no need to compare apples to oranges, but regardless. We've got another Smoky Bee here. We won't get into that. But yeah, I do wonder. I don't think playing is, you know, I don't want to let it spoil what I enjoy doing. I am actually going to unpack the rest of these. I'm quite enjoying this. It's like Christmas. I never get presents, and I got a present from a long-time amazing supporter of the channel. I want to open all of them. I'm going to open all of them, and then we're going to line them up and decide which one to test. It's going to be fun. But yeah, like I don't want it to, you know, ruin my enjoy and the thing that I've been doing. I don't think playing as the Soviets and For All Kerbal Kind is any. I don't think anyone would draw any parallels or have any kind of issue with that. Despite ongoing events, I mean, it's a historical space race series, but you know, I never want anyone to think that I'm endorsing the Soviet Union. Like I've mentioned in the past that I'm a socialist, but my God, I'm certainly not a communist, and I certainly do not endorse authoritarianism in any of its forms. You know, why do people assume that socialism means autocracy just because? Okay, let's not get into it. You know, democratic socialism, that's what we're all about. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine, because this isn't a political channel. That's a lesson I've learned the hard way, actually, with talking about politics in past videos. The thing about like talking about any kind of political stuff is A, it's never aged well. B, political views change. God knows mine have changed. And then like, I don't know, it's just nobody's talking about the video. Everyone's just like, everything descends into arguments, and your views, which probably are very fluid anyway, get immortalized in that video, and then for years and years afterwards, you got people, you know, assuming that's just who you are for the rest of time. I mean, I had that problem when I made a space race video, and I talked about Brexit, and I had some very stupid, uneducated views on Brexit at the time. I mean, because I was 16, I didn't know anything. I was an idiot. You know, I wasn't even old enough to vote in that referendum. And yeah, and like I ended up just deleting that video. So there is just a hole in the space race playlist. Because that isn't who I am or what I believe or anything, but you know, I was still getting shit for it, and maybe rightly so. But that's why like we've got the no politics rule on the Discord, and I just steer clear of it all now. Yeah, it's just easier. Can you build a SLS Lego rocket? I would love to if I could afford to. That I had 60% of the pieces for that N1, and it cost me maybe 150 quid to build. That was for the 40% I didn't have. Is that everything? That is everything. Okay. Yeah, Lego is expensive as hell. I would have loved to continue that like Lego series, but you know, the Lego M1 video did reasonably well, but not well enough to pay for it. That's for sure. I honestly, like, the part of the reason I did that Lego M1 video was like, can I fund my Lego collection with YouTube? The answer to that was no. It's like, if the video can pay for the model, that's just an excuse for me to buy Lego. No, unfortunately that did not work. Regardless, let's have a little look at what we've got. So I'm just going to pan this down a little bit more. There we go. Look at all our Mead. So we've got some Sheeper Comet. I assume these are the regional ones, right? So that's that one. Then we've got Dunkels. I don't know. I'm going to try and pronounce it. Landgang Brewery. Whatever that is in German. So it's got a little... Is that a rabbit? With a human torso and wings? Interesting logo. I'm not entirely sure what to make of it. But, you know. That's that. We've got some Boots House Pale Ale. There we go. And then we've got 3 of these Smoky Bees, which I'm looking forward to testing. So these are the ones with honey, maybe? But yeah, these are the Olaf's own. And here we go. This is this was the this is the gold mead. Here we go. This is the one with the apple juice and the honey. Oh, it's all organic as well, apparently. There's a little story on the back. Okay. I feel like if I drink that entire thing, I might start getting tipsy on stream, though, so maybe not a great idea. We've got another Boots House. This one's a honey ale. There we go. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, and we got another Boots House. This one's a Märzen, whatever that means. I don't know what that means. Olaf, tell me what that means. Oh, Amazing Steak is here. Prettiest Princess Penguin. Thank you, Steak. And then we've got our Romeberry wine. Look at this selection! Thank you, Olaf. This isn't a Matlown whiskey review. Oh, yeah, I've got the guide. I should read the guide. Yeah, this is a not-so-beardy penguin anymore patron-submitted mead review. So, let's have a look at the Smoky Bee, because that's the one that I'm most interested by. A slightly smoky ale combined with mead. This is a teamwork project of a buddy of mine and myself, malty, sweet, and aromatic, with just a hoppy note. Ooh. I'm really, really intrigued by that one. So that's what we're going to start with, I think. So I'm gonna move these so I can get to my keyboard. I'm kind of running out of space here. Put them over here. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we're going to start with the Smoky Bee, and then we're actually going to start playing FTL and doing a Q&A. You know, what the people actually came here for. I mean, you got a mead review whether you liked it or not, but I think most people are probably here to ask me questions. And watch me play FTL badly. Although, to be fair, FTL is such a great game for like exam season, because you can't be playing games that still leave you thinking about them. So that's why roguelikes are amazing for evenings during exam season, because you don't want to go out during exam season. So just of an evening, sit down, just play 1-2 hour game of FTL, start, finish, done. It's out of your mind. You know, if you play a game of Civ, then you're still thinking about, oh, how am I going to kill the Aztecs tomorrow, when you're supposed to be revising, right? So I basically never play FTL except for exam season, and I play the absolute crap out of it. I don't know why I thought I should share that with you, but there we go. Right, okay, so let's test mead. So you can see my live reaction before we start playing FTL. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Oh, hello. It's gone everywhere. It was fizzed up a little bit. I need to get some kitchen roll. That's my bad, actually. I should have... I didn't want to chill them because... they were in a massive, great big thingy. And I didn't want to open it. I wanted to open it on stream. Oh, no. Yeah, so for reference, it just exploded all over my mouse mat. Thanks, Olaf. No, that's my fault. I might stick the rest of them in the fridge, actually. Okay, right. Let's clear this up a little bit. I think my mouse mat is now perpetually going to smell of mead. It's happy beer. It's jumping around. Yes, exactly. Kitchen roll at hand from the PC. That is because my kitchen is right there. Yeah, welcome to studio flat. Well, it's not a studio flat. It has got separate rooms, but you get me. This is my lounge and my game station and my kitchen all in one. Okay, that was my bad. Yeah, they had a long journey, and then I didn't chill them because they were in a giant box that wouldn't have fit in my fridge. Okay, I'm going to pause the stream, put some things in the fridge, and then we'll test the mead. Okay, I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Did I leave my mic off again? Oh, Christ. Again, second time. It's been a long day. Dissertations, man. So yeah, I see Matt was in the chat. I have clearly crimped your style here with the live alcohol review. This is really good mead. It's really nice. So it's got honey and organic apple juice in it, which is really, really nice. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really say much about it apart from the fact that that's really, really lovely. And Olaf, you're going to have to hook me up with it on like a periodic basis. I've started a stream twice now with no sound, which is even more embarrassing when you've got a face cam on. And that's why I normally don't do face cams. I mean, I never do face cams anyway on a normal basis. But yeah, I mean, if you start a game and there's no mic, you can just go, oops, waha. But then there's a video of you just like lip syncing. It's a little bit more awkward. What whiskey is that? No, this is patron submitted mead. They made their own mead and they sent it to me. And it's really nice. Ah, wonderful. I'm entirely sure why Matt has gate crashed my stream, but he's not coming on stream because that's ended badly before. You're not welcome here, Matt. Get your get your whiskey tasting ass out of here. Right. I'm gonna stop making a fool of myself on webcam, and we're gonna play some FTL while I answer Q&A questions and try to do something somewhat correct on this entire stream. I think I've seen your face since 2016. I'm shooketh. Yeah, I had a beard for about 3 years. And I shaved it for a drag social. And then I decided to be a femboy for a while. Embracing the queer side. I was dressing up to go out and then got cancelled on. So that's why we're here. And that's why I'm still dressed up. Like, I don't even know what I'm dressed as, to be honest. An idiot, probably. Anyway, let's play some FTL, shall we? Let's, I can try and pretend I know what I'm doing then. Ta-da! FTL. Do you want me to ban Matt Lown? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe that's not a great idea. Though it would be funny. Where do you get those model rockets in the background? Those are Lego rockets. Yeah, I built them and trying to maintain that I'm an adult. Right, what ship should we play as? Let's play something interesting that people don't normally play as. The only ship I haven't unlocked the Type C for is the Kestrel and the Zoltan Cruiser. So let's do Type B Zoltan Cruiser. Let's do that. Whatever it is, it looks cute. Oh, stop it. Stop it, you. Oh, Lady Lancelot's chiming in as well. Oh, what do you guys like? Okay. What do we name the ship? I have a question. Who's your favorite YouTuber whose name rhymes with Bat Frown? I think there's this fellow called Fat Clown. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Fat Clown. That's it. That's the guy that I like. What's the situation with Ellie? I thought she was your girlfriend. Ellie is not my girlfriend. Ellie has never been my girlfriend. That's why I let her do streams with me. Because doing streams with your romantic partner, well, Matt Lown can attest, it's cringe as hell. Why would you ever do that? No. I am as single as can be and perfectly happy in that state. What do I name the ship? Let's name it. You have to go now. Sorry, I was just here while I wait for my PC to reboot. Yeah, fair enough. See you, Matt. Thanks for dropping in. Name it Saphira. Good Aragon restaurant. You know, restaurant reference. God, it's been a long day, long week. Dissertations. Ugh, everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. Let's name it Smoky Bee after the mead that I've been drinking. I don't know if it's a good idea to continue using this mat. I did just clean it, but I think it might still have a bit of mead on it. Let me give it a... Yeah, this mat's going to smell of smoky mead now. Forever. Yeah, maybe I'll just put it through the wash or something. But regardless, I've just got my keyboard on it. So if my keyboards end up sticky, then... Okay, that's the situation we're in. Right, let's have... I just took a screenshot by accident. Let's have Olaf be our captain. We'll have Steak. Just have all my top patrons on board. And then we'll have Lancelot tagging along. Cool. So I believe this one doesn't start with a shield system. Yeah. It has 2 ions and a pike beam. Bish bash bosh. We'll play on normal because we're not scrubs. We're probably going to get blown up if we do that. Cool. Let's play some FTL. Okay. Mead Boy ship name. Femboy Express. To be fair, that would have been a more accurate. Actually, I think the only femboy on board here is Steak, but still. If I put myself on board, then that would be more accurate. Steak get into the... Actually, there's no point having you in the shield subsystem, is there? Because we can't use it yet. Okay. So, yeah, I guess stay in the engine room. Can't wait for me to die horribly. Well, what version of Ksp is this? So this is... version 1.12 with loads and loads of mods. As you can see, it's a whole new game. Hey, this villain ship. Here we go. It's a whole new game. What happened to For All Kerbal Kind? Nothing happened to it. Well, you know what happened to it? University happened to it. Yeah, I'm currently writing a 10,000 word dissertation, which is, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. I don't know what to say other than that, to be honest. See, I want to take out the weapons, but I also want to hit as many rooms as possible. I think we will just do it that way. There we go. Yeah. I was overwhelmed with exams, and then the start of the next term, and then as I said, dissertation hell, basically. My diss is basically a continuous project. It's been going on for a few years and passed on from person to person. And this year, so I'm designing an infrared radiometer for a Venus probe. And all the sensors and stuff, the code was supposed to be done. It's supposed to be just plug and play, and I was supposed to do experiments with them and test their performance and make sure that they fit the performance requirements that we had. Turns out the guy who did it last year, his program doesn't work, and he faked his results. So I had to do his entire dissertation in the space of a month. And now I have to do my entire dissertation on top. Yeah, it's just everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. And it's been a lot of stress. So I've just had no time at all to do YouTube, really. Literally, all the Mars Horizon stuff I recorded. So after my last exam, I then spent the next 3 days straight recording Mars Horizon to the end. Then spent the next day or so editing it all up. Uploaded it all. That's it. That's the last time I worked on YouTube. Was February. And then as soon as the term started, I've been overwhelmed. Haven't been able to do anything. So like might think there's regular content coming out, but no, I just scheduled it all up until May just to have something coming out because I knew I was going to be so busy. Can you explain what this femboy thing is? People in chat explain it, but I don't quite understand what it means. Not native English, maybe it's a dumb question. No, it's not a dumb question at all. So yeah, so it's just being a guy, being a bloke, but still, dressing or being feminine, So, quite, if I had a pound for every time someone had asked me if, I'm coming out as trans. Basically, ever since I started dressing up, dressing up, wearing a little bit of makeup, dressing up with really colourful stuff, particularly more recently, since I've been clean shaven. Rescue the survivors. Oh, yeah, we're getting loads of new crew members. Let's name these guys. But yeah, so it's just being a bit more feminine, and I am still 100% a man. I've always been a man. I'm not. It's not like a gateway drug to being trans or anything. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course. I'm just saying that, I'm still very comfortably a man, very comfortable in my own identity. I just realized it's a lot of fun to wear a bit of makeup, to dress up nice, to put some effort into your appearance. Makeup and corsets, high heels, wigs, you name it. It was all first invented for and worn by men. Society's idea of what a manly man is complete bullshit. Excuse my Spanish. So yeah, so just being a feminine guy, and honestly. Summarize what Beardy said. Guy, I want to be girl. And it's not guy, I want to be girl. It's just, being more feminine. And to be honest, if anything, my dating life has been a lot more successful ever since. I mean, yeah, it's not like it's something that puts people off. If anything, actually, it's something that a lot of people find quite attractive. I mean, pretty much everyone I've ever been involved with has been queer in some way. So obviously that does help things a bit, but yeah, I don't know. It's just there's just not that deep. It's just not that deep. People read into it so much, and it's oh, what does it mean? What does it mean? I've had people contact me and been seen the profile picture and stuff, and been what does it all mean? And it's but so you trying this? And it's I just like to look pretty. What? It's not that deep. There's not much to it. Let's name this person. Tiger Shark says my hair is fantastic, so thank you, Tiger Shark. Tiger Shark, welcome aboard. Thank you. Yeah. My hair, I used to have it really short. It was only lockdown that caused me to grow it out. What's another top patron we can name after? Let's do Simone. Simone's a top patron. There we go. Yeah, because my hair is really, really thick, right? So if you grow it out, it hits this awkward phase in between before it's quite long enough where it just sort of piles up and looks terrible. So I'd never got past that part. But lockdown, obviously not being able to... Oh, I should probably move these guys somewhere. They'll be more useful. Literally not being able to have my hair cut for so long meant that obviously it grew out, and then I was overwhelmed by how many people were actually that looks great, told me that it really suited me. And I think if it hadn't been for that, I really wouldn't have been, I don't really have much of an ego or anything. I really wouldn't have been that keen to keep it. But I had such a positive reception to it. So many people telling me to just see what I could do with it. Yeah, I took it to a hairdresser, and I was like, look, just see what you can do with it, you know. And that's where we are now. I don't really do anything to it. I just have really, really thick hair. I have lots of people tell me they're jealous of my hair. But yeah, just naturally have very, very thick hair, and it just sort of naturally, you know, when I have it, you know, cut by a hairdresser nicely, it just sort of falls really nicely. I think I'm just very lucky. Too fuel. Oh no, I'm not accepting that surrender. Goodness me. It isn't trans technically you always were a girl and there's a mismatch. Yeah, so if you're trans, you are a woman. Basically just stuck. I don't want to say stuck inside a man's body because you know, that's not quite right really, but you know, you are a woman, like your gender identity, you know, you're dysphoric around your own appearance, around your body. You are a woman. I am not a woman. I am very comfortably a man. I am very comfortable in my own masculinity. The fact that I like to dress up nice doesn't play a part, and the fact that some other guys seem to get like offended or like threatened by that, I just find endlessly entertaining, and it just speaks of very fragile, toxic masculinity and people's fragile egos and closed-minded, you know, existences, really. The hair looks sick as hell. Thank you. That's very lovely of you. Do you like penguins? No, I hate them. I named my channel after them and have a room full of them because I can't stand them. No, I love penguins. I think I could name all the species of penguin if I tried really hard. I'm not going to try now because my brain is frazzled. But yeah. I did think about it. It's weird it's getting more normal for women to dress more manly, but the other way around is less accepted. Yeah, absolutely. Just people should be able to dress the way they want to dress, you know? Tomboys and masculine females are acceptable, while femboys and feminine males are taboos. It's confusing as an MB. Yeah. I think it's become. I think things are changing. It's becoming a lot more acceptable. Certainly to the point that on bisexual subreddits, femboys get. I don't want to say fetishized. They do get fetishized a bit. I mean, I don't want to say that I'm not part of the problem there. But that, I get, you know, you're allowed to have your taste in men. But yeah, people do like to kind of fetishize femboys, I think. But yeah, I think certainly within the queer community, it's very, very acceptable. But like more acceptable than being bisexual, weirdly enough. Oh, hello, they're hacking us. Great. Weirdly, being bisexual has been an interesting experience in the queer community. It's like a strange form of gatekeeping that like you're not fully gay, or just because you have the option of being in a, you know, hetero like appearing relationship, that somehow you're less gay or less deserving to be there than anyone else, you know. Strange form of gatekeeping that I think a lot of bisexual people relate around. It's called bi-erasure. Because pretty much all of the issues of biphobia I've ever experienced has been from the LGBT community, which is kind of weird. Would be like, I'm a vegetarian, but I hate plants. What is this about? What? Oh! Well, if you just donated. Donate, yeah. Oh, lovely. Yeah, because you have to have hair be really, really long to donate it, particularly to chemo charities. Have you played Space Engineers? I have. I think there are videos on the channel of me and Agonarch playing it. That's a blast from the past, isn't it? We just did Planetary Survival, and then suddenly his wife got pregnant, and then he had a son. So obviously he didn't have time to... oh, bugger, hello. We're having some power problems here. Okay, you get over to... Having Zoltans really helps when you have an Ion Storm. Actually... Oh, why? I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. You go in there, then you go in there. This point is having a Zoltan be on a subsystem. There we go. Let's power up that pike beam. Okay. Sorry, Olaf, you're no longer the captain of the ship. It's now Simone. Sensors are going to be useless. You might have gone doors. There we go. Look at those suckers. They don't have enough power for all their weapons. We let those fire. There we go. Do you have a femboy preference? What do you mean by a femboy preference? By the way, guys, if you send me a question, can you at me? Just because it's so much easier, it's so much more eye-catching to just see the at Beardy Penguin, the orange, and it's easier to see you know, what's chatting and what's an actual question for me. I know what you mean. I just love femboys in all their forms, to be honest. Again, I don't want to be part of the fetishizing problem, but I am one. So does that make it okay? I don't know. What is this game? I've never seen it. This is FTL. Have you ever seen FTL? This is famous. This is like the first major successful story of getting an indie game kickstarted and then coming out and being amazing. This is like the first big Kickstarter success. It came out back in 2012, so it's actually quite old now. But I remember this was like right when I got Steam, when I was getting into gaming. I've been playing this game for a very, very long time. What's your favorite planet type? In science fiction, probably... I'm thinking. Do we have time to go up around this way? Yeah, we do actually. Because the nebula slows them down a fair bit. Yeah, I think we could do that. Let me think. Planet type in science fiction. Unknown weapon for 45 scrap. Now we're going to attack him. There we go. I'm trying to think, actually. What's most well done in science? I mean, what I like in science fiction is when an entire planet isn't just one biome. That's what I like. Because, like, you know, when an entire planet, like, is just a volcano planet or snow planet, or like, we have all those biomes across the Earth itself. So when a planet is actually realistically depicted and it has different biomes, I think megastructures in science fiction are amazing, particularly Halo. I mean, look at all the biomes that Halo has, and it's it's an artificial megastructure, and that has loads and loads of various different biomes with its own wildlife. Yeah, I think that things that are diverse, I think, like planets that actually have different biomes and are actually realistic in some way. Do I want to go on a date with steak? That would be a little bit difficult to do logistically, considering you're up in like Yorkshire. Have you heard of orbital combat? I mean, the concept of it, or is it a game? Because if it's a game, I have not heard of it, but that sounds interesting. Scrap recovery arm. Ooh, nice. How long do you play Ksp Is, and how long have I played it for? I've played it since 2011, I want to say. Back when I was myself 11. So goodness me, over 10 years now. I've been playing it basically as long as it's been out. No, I got it. I'm really enjoying this mead, by the way, Olaf. I'm just drinking it while I'm streaming. Yeah, I got it just when it released on Steam. As soon as it released on Steam, that was when I got it. That's when I found out about it, because it was, you know, big. There's a big advertising marketing push. But yeah, how long have I been playing it? I probably have about 6,000 hours in it now, but I don't know because I haven't been playing it on Steam. I've got like 5 different installs, so it doesn't track my hours. But yeah, probably got like easily 6,000 hours in it now. When is the next Mars Horizon video? The Mars Horizon videos are every Monday and Thursday at the moment. That's when they're all scheduled up at 7 p.m. So the next one will be tomorrow. I should probably destroy the weapons subsystem, actually. Can I get all 3 of these rooms? No, I can get 2 important ones there. On average, how many Kerbals do you sacrifice to the Kraken for a successful Minmas mission? None. Don't need to sacrifice anybody. Back in the day, I used to do lots of one-way missions, but that's what everyone does when you're still working out the game. Yeah, student accommodation at Southampton good. Might be going there this year depending on A-level results. Want to ask someone who isn't extremely biased. So how you define good? It's abundant. It's a lot better than like Bristol or a lot of places. It's really, really hard to find it. Like there's loads of it. Like you're never going to struggle to find accommodation. Is that a good offer? 3 fuel. Yeah, we'll take that offer. Yeah, like accommodation wise, there's lots of it. There is lots of good accommodation here. There's more accommodation than there are students. You're never going to be too worried about it. You can always get somewhere near the uni. The further out you go, the cheaper it's going to be. Depends how, you know, there's a lot to choose from. Yeah, it's fine. As uni accommodation goes, it's way better than obviously like being in London or something. Like it's relatively affordable if you're in with a few friends. I live alone this year. Oh, there's no point going to a store because we're going to spend all our money on a shield subsystem. But oh well. So yeah, it's fine, really. yeah, I think the main thing is don't let anyone pressure you into sorting it out and rushing into accommodation with people in the first term. I think sort it like in like January, February time. Make sure you make some actual friends that you could see yourself living with happily, and don't rush into any tenancy agreements or anything. That's the main piece of advice I can give you. Because, yeah. Otherwise, you get a lot of people making mistakes. Living with people, like thinking that they need to be in a rush to live somewhere, and then rushing in with a bunch of people that then they are very unhappy with, which is kind of exactly what happened with me. Hence why I live alone now. I had some very, very bad experiences back in first year and just with living with people in general. But that's not Southampton's problem. Also, come out as upcoming. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, no, the chat's moving a bit too fast. Meant real life, but thanks anyway. Okay. Are you going to make Mead, in fact? And if so, what mod will you use for it? We've got the. Oh, here we go. Nutrient, we got you covered. What's your speciality? Nah. We don't have enough scrap. I mean, you've got the Soviet space stations mod. So we'll just probably do that, and we've got like a thing that adds loads and loads of space station parts. I think it's just called Space Station Parts Redux or something like that. Loads and loads of procedural parts of space stations. So that's how we'll probably do it. How long does your longest KSP install take to load up? Well, back in the day, back when I did KSP Interstellar, it would take 20 minutes to half an hour, which was annoying because the game was a lot more crashy back then. But nowadays, I've got everything on an M.2 SSD. So it's a lot faster. Honestly, for all Kerbal kind, despite the ridiculous amount of mods it has, probably less than 10 minutes to boot up. 5 to 10 minutes, I'd say. Yeah, it's actually pretty good once you get an SSD. What do you study? Aerospace engineering at the University of Southampton. Will you start working on For All Kerbal Kind again, or are you still too busy with uni? Well, I'm going to start working on it again, just not anytime soon. Honestly, I think I need to finish my dissertation and finish my second semester, finish those exams. I can't see myself having enough time to work on it until then. And I want to finish Beyond Kerbal first, right? So I'm going to do... I've got like a priority list. I want to finish Beyond Kerbal. And then, like, once that's all done, the Beyond Kerbal finale. I know exactly what I'm doing for it, but it's going to take a bit of time to do that. So, yeah, I want to get Beyond Kerbal finished first. And then, yeah, I'll get working on it again. It's probably the next For All Kerbal Kind video is not going to be out until, I want to say, July, probably at the earliest. I think July is a comfortable estimate. I've got a lot of other videos I want to work on. I'm trying to pivot the channel away from gaming, really, besides live streams and things. Yeah, I've got some really exciting plans for the channel and things that I want to do. I want to make more of an take more advantage of the degree that I do and the things that I'm learning. And you know, I've had a few videos that have been sort of foraying towards that kind of thing, like the Lego N1 video, etc. So, like, For All Kerbal Kind, the Kerbal stuff's never going to end. But I think Mars Horizon, I've been chatting about it in the Mars Horizon videos, but that's going to be my last like Let's Play video. Let's Play series, I think. Will you ever do a video showing off all your Lego rockets? I'd watch that. I mean, I can do that now. Should I do that now? Let's do that now. Let's do that right now. Let's pause STL? FTL? Oh, it's been such a long week. Yeah, let's do that right now. I only built most of them very, very recently. Let's turn the webcam back on. Hello! Fanboy Beardy's back. Right. This webcam isn't going to go very far, but there you go. There they are over there. You know what? It would make much more sense for me to bring at least the smaller ones over here, wouldn't it? That would be sensible. Okay. Cool. So yeah, so we got the Saturn V, we got the N1 next to it, and then we've got a lineup of Russian rockets. So this one is the Sputnik Rocket. So this is the Sputnik R7. So this is obviously the first intercontinental ballistic missile, but then it just stuck a satellite on the end of it. So I've got like each of the major milestones of this rocket, right? I built all three of these at the same time because that's why they're all very, very similarly designed. Then we've got, so This here is Vostok. So this is what put the first man in orbit. And the first man in space, I guess. So it launched Yuri Gagarin. And you see it's basically the same, just with a second stage. And a payload fairing containing Yuri Gagarin and his spacecraft. So there we go. And then we have modern day Soyuz, which wasn't controversial at all when I first built this. But yeah, and the payload fairing does contain a little Soyuz, but it's a pain in the ass to take apart the fairing and put it back together, so I'm just going to leave that. But yeah, so we've got the full sort of evolution. Then at the top there, you can see I've got the ISS, and I actually added the Nauka module onto it. I've been keeping it up to date, and I updated a few of the crew vehicles as well. And then at the top there, I've got my 2 3D printed Rocinantes. Actually, I'll bring one of those over. And I've got a Pillar of Autumn up there as well, because I like Halo. So I got a 3D printed Rocinante, and then my landlord, old landlord where I used to live, came in and spray painted the ceiling without giving me any warning, without putting on any dust sheets or anything, and covered my 2 Rocinante 3D prints in, from the Expanse that is, if you don't know, in white paint. So I got the landlord to pay for new ones because it was completely their fault, and also illegal to let themselves in and do work without any prior notification. You have to give you 24 hours notice. But I decided, so they paid for the new one, which is there, but I decided I would salvage the one I had by repainting it in the Season 4 colour scheme. So cleaned it up, primed it, and then completely repainted it myself. So that was the end product. So I was so pleased with how this one came out. I've actually been painting loads of other ones. I put them on the r/the Expanse subreddit. Just 3D printing them myself with my own 3D printer now, back at home in London. I'm painting them up. I don't have those here. This is my Southampton flat. These are just my 2 favourite ones, so this one and then the original Rocinante. But yeah, there you go. That is the guide to my spaceships. And then yeah, I've got a couple of penguins and a Mogus stuck in between them. But for any Expanse fans among you, that Rocinante model is literally legitimate salvage. I salvaged a a model that got really badly damaged by a stupid landlord. But yeah, there you go. Fun fact. Good job painting. Thank you. We do another Q&A. If you mean another Q&A video, I've been meaning to do one of those for a while, actually. I just keep not having time. Again, like I don't have any time at the moment to make videos. Yeah, I would love to do another one of those, like a proper Q&A video. Because it didn't take that long to make, really. At some point, we'll just have to see. I think over the summer is when the channel is going to, really, really get back into gear again. But until then, unfortunately, you have to make do with impromptu Q&As like this. Like the reason I'm doing this stream is I just wanted to touch base with you guys and chat with you guys and let you know what's going on. The channel's not dead or anything. For all Kerbal Kind's not cancelled, nothing like that. I'm just so busy. I just have no free time. Whatever free time I do have, I tend to just occupy with doing bands and music and stuff. I'm quite an active musician, as some of you know. And then maybe single evening I'm left with, then I'll maybe go on a date. So, with tonight getting cancelled as well, that's why it was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I can do a little Q&A. So yeah, where's the exit? Oh, it's there. Okay, cool. Let's go back this way. It's called the Tarchi. Come on. Nah. MCR and scum. It's legitimate salvage. It's called the Rocinante. What's the video you're most proud of on your channel? That would have to be probably the Lego N1 video. Actually, the amount of time that went into that. Even just to be fair, it was a lot of experimenting with the editing software, DaVinci Resolve. So I spent 6 hours on just that engine schematic diagram alone, and it's only a 5-second clip of the video. like so much pointless effort went into that video just because I was just sort of seeing what I could do and learning the new editing software. But I'm so proud of that video. I'm really happy with how it came out, and that was like my return to YouTube after my back injury as well. Yeah, that was a big deal for me as well, to be able to return to YouTube. So yeah, definitely that video, I'd say. It's sort of like indicative of the kind of videos that I'm looking forward to making. 2 missiles, no. Kind of the kind of videos I'm looking forward to making actually over the summer when I have some time, and the way I'm sort of pivoting away from being a gaming channel over to a more general interest space channel. I'll drink a good beer now. What's the title of your dissertation? So, it's a bit of a mouthful. The title of my dissertation is The Experimental Evaluation of Thermopile Detectors for Use in Observing the Radiative Balance of Planetary Atmospheres, which in English means designing a radiometer for a Venus probe. Yeah, it's part of a larger project. I've got 2 other people working on it. So one of them's doing the calibration, one of them's doing the overall configuration of the microprobe. But my job specifically is the sensors themselves. I'll be going to university in a little over a year, studying physics and astronomy. Very nice. Very cool. Does your college do specializations? Yes, it does do specializations. So it's an astronautics and aeronautics degree, but my specialization is in spacecraft engineering, because I want to be a rocket scientist, basically. Where can we get some of your music? I mean, I don't really record. I just perform and do gigs and things. And it's just covers of stuff. I'm in a couple of bands and like groups and things. It's really just a hobby. I wouldn't say it's professional or anything. I do have my second channel, my music channel, which has currently got 1 video on it, which was the cover of Everybody Wants to Rule the World that I did with M9 for All Kerbal Kind. There's going to be some more music soon though. Again, just over the summer, like making music takes a long while, and that's the reason why the Beyond Kerbal finale is going to take a little while, is because I am actually doing a song for that. Oh, hello. We got someone boarding us. I'm surprised by just how I've been playing FTL whilst basically just being asleep. Well, it's like barely paying attention. I'm surprised by how reasonably this run is actually going. But yeah, if you look at my second channel called Picardy, there's usually there should be a link in the description of this video actually. But yeah, named after the Picardy third, because that's something I like to put in my own compositions. But yeah, I haven't properly recorded any of my own stuff. That's something I might do over the summer, invest some time into the second channel, but again, it's just something that you need time to do. How did you break your spine? Writing my dissertation. Believe it or not, it was online learning. It was the height of COVID and everything, so I couldn't go outside, couldn't go to my usual societies and things. So yeah, so I was just hunched over a computer like 8 till 6, 7 days a week, because the uni workload was insane. They didn't have it all balanced properly. So yeah, just overwork, too many hours hunched over a computer, bad posture, ended up breaking my spine, tore a disc. 18-month recovery time, and it still hurts. Yay! I'm under the impression that you may kind of pivot like Scott Manley did. Kerbal Let's Play focused technically to real world rockets. Is that about right? That is pretty accurate, yeah. It's not really the same sort of stuff that Scott Manley does. Similar sort of vibe, I guess. But yeah, it's not going to be like space news. That's a really oversaturated market for sure. Nothing like that. I'm not going to do a Matt Lown and just jump on a bandwagon because it gets views. Yeah, I want to do the kind of stuff that I want to see. Yeah, but it's going to be more like answering interesting questions and bringing up interesting topics. Like, I know that it's not very accurate and whatever. It's not very, I don't know, but eventually people get quite snobby about it. But I do love the channel Dark Space and just the weird Cold War space. Oh, hello, we've got mind control going on. Let's nip that in the bud. Yeah, they're like Cold War, like weird space topics they talk about and stuff. Yeah, so not similar stuff to that, but a lot of the things that channel's made me aware of. I'm going to be tackling, I think. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, stuff that nobody else has really talked about, and do the videos that the kind of videos that I personally would want to watch, you know. That's the plan anyway. Here we go. Dark Space Breeder doesn't like to check his facts. Yeah, he's 3-3. That's a pretty good deal, actually. We'll take that. Quite the pain in the back, pun intended. Yeah, back injuries. Just because they affect everything, you know. They're connected to the entire rest of your body. Yeah. Not fun. Go to one of these and a store. Probably go to here. It's near a sun. That's fine. What's your thoughts on the new KSP2 episode? Great. I'm really excited. I know a lot of people have been like, sassily in the comments, like, so when's this game coming out? I really want them to take their time and to get it right. But I'm really, really excited. And basically, like, all the mechanics that I would want to be in KSP2 are planned for KSP2. I'm so unbelievably excited for it. Because, like, KSP1 didn't really have anywhere else to go. That all it really needed when I was, you know, I said this a few times, that all it really needed update-wise and everything was basically like rebuilding from the ground up. Because it was, you know, for the longest time when they were developing KSP1, they thought, you know, every update was going to be its last update, right? Like, you know, it wasn't made by a professional game studio. It was just a guy who's working at a marketing company. He was going to leave the company. Yeah, we'll accept that to get away from the sun faster. But he was going to leave the company to work on the game, and then they just said, why don't you just stay at the company and work on that? But just let the company own it. That's how Squad ended up, you know, marketing company basically ended up. Yeah, basically ended up being a game dev studio, but then not a game dev studio, you know? But yeah, so handing it over to professional developers, you know, I'm really excited. Like, it's everything that I would want out of a sequel, and all the features that I would expect from a sequel, if that makes sense. So yeah, particularly the interstellar travel and the time warping while under thrust. Yeah, no, I'm really, really excited for it. Which store do we go to? Let's do this one. If multiplayer turns out to be well implemented in KSP2, you think you'll do some community multiplayer games? What I would love to do would be have a community server where everyone can build stuff. That would be fun. Or maybe, this is an idea. What if we had like a community collaborative warfare, right? Like PlanetSide 2 level, where everyone would go on the server and battle each other for supremacy of the solar system. Wouldn't that be cool? Everyone going on like me versus another YouTuber. Have our communities battle it out, and then we'd have videos set. You know, we'd have a bunch of people line up and we'd do like big... So we'd have it ongoing, but, you know, people can join in whenever they want. Because that was the one thing about collaborative warfare, is everyone wanted to get involved, and, you know, the way it worked, nobody could get involved. And I was like, I kept to be like, no, you can't join collaborative warfare. But what if you could? What if everyone could? Everyone can get involved, jump on a server, and just go blow up some tanks or something, you know? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? And then, like, have like a live stream where I go on, and then you'll just like play Ride of the Valkyries. Flight of the Valkyries, Ride of the Valkyries, whatever the name of it is, you know, the Wagner one. Whilst we like go blow up a base or something together, and I don't know, that'd be great, wouldn't it? That'd be could I don't imagine that will happen. I don't know if that's the way the multiplayer will work. There'll probably be a limit on the number of people that could be on, but that's the kind of thing that I'd be up for. How are you going to counter the American Dinosaur Program? I'm not exactly going to counter it. I'm not going to have anything equivalent to it, really. Not for a while, because my next focus, because like the reason why N9 is doing Dinosaur is basically because I kept interfering with his spy satellites, and he can get all that science data that he missed a lot faster, and it's also really cool. But I don't really have any need for anything like that for a while. I want to land on the moon first, and then we'll do Spiral. But we're not going to directly counteract it. I'm definitely going to do a form of military Soyuz, though, which was actually codenamed Zvezda, not the lunar-based Zvezda, a different Zvezda, or the ISS module Zvezda. But yeah, there were plans for a military, kind of similar to Gemini man-orbiting laboratory, but plans for a military Soyuz with a different configuration and a hatch in the heat shield and all sorts of stuff. I think I would love to do that. So maybe I'll do that to counter Dinosaur. That would be cool. Doing a military Soyuz. That would be pretty awesome. And 9 is a community server using LMP. Yeah. I don't know. You approached me because I think you get sponsored by the server hosters. So he promotes them and then he gets a free server and stuff. I just don't have the time. You know, I really wish I had the time to play games with my community and have a community server and pop onto it regularly, but you know, I barely have time to even check in on the Discord and chat to people. I mean, it's just hard to even express just how little time I have, which is, you know, it's a shame. But yeah, I used to call myself a gamer, but I don't even have free time to play video games now for recreation. The only time I play video games is for the channel. So I haven't really played any games in the longest time. You know, even just for my own enjoyment, because I almost feel bad yeah, playing a game and when I'm not recording and I haven't made a YouTube video in ages, right? Kind of like Collaboration Station, but with Warfare, the Confrontation Station. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. We can make an interstellar war thing. Everyone is different alien species trying to compare other solar systems. That would be cool. Oh my gosh, yeah. The only problem with that would be just the we could cloak and access the cache, but I kind of want to blow this up to get the scrap because it's an unshielded ship, so it should be pretty easy. Yeah, just the travel times, like, you know, how are you supposed to have a war when it takes like 10 years to get to the target? That's my only concern. Because I think KSP2, probably for better, doesn't have warp drives or anything. It's all fusion stuff, which is the reason why that was the direction I then went with Beyond Kerbal, because I wanted to do KSP2 before it was cool. So yeah, I don't know about that. That is a cool idea, though. That's a cool idea. Dinosaur might be hinting at a possible space station. Yeah, a military space station, like manned orbiting laboratory or just something like that, I think is definitely in the works. I'm really excited to get back into For All Kerbal Kind. It was getting so exciting, but again, just time and not having any of it. Adding all the best mods for KSP1 and making them stock for KSP2. Yeah, I mean, I think it's, as I said, it's everything I want out of a sequel. And the fact that it's just like made by a professional game dev team, they know what they're doing, and just like from the get-go, you know, it's oh god, they have a drone control subsystem. God damn it. Oh, author of a ton of amazing KSP mods has been hired for KSP2. That is cool. That's very cool. Okay, let's take out their drone control and their weapons. There we go. That's better. Beyond Kerbal is just KSP2 but poorly optimized. Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what it is. Oh, I want to stop the shields recharging. No! Oh, they fully recharged. God damn it. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't what it was originally intended to be. I was going to do a warp drive stuff, and then the KSP2 trailer came out, and I was like, oh, actually, I could jump upon, I could like piggyback off the KSP2 hype and do my own thing, which would hopefully maybe be more popular because of KSP2, and I think that kind of worked to an extent. But yeah. Some mods have warp, but it's completely necessary. But it's interesting having travel times. Yeah, no, I think it's for the best. 40 scrap, 2 missiles, and 2 fuel. That's a lot to give them. They might give us something really good back, though. Let's gamble. NG Medbot Dispersal. Oh, okay, that is an amazing augment. That was worth it. That means everybody heals. They can be outside the med bay and they still heal. That is an incredible augment that we just got. That was worth it, absolutely. 2 stores. Oh, wow, spot for choice. I'll go to this one. Yeah, and I think it's for the best that they don't have warp drives and stuff. I think doing near future tech was definitely the way to go. Sell the boarding drone. Get a crew teleporter. And some more fuel. Yeah, we need some more. Need a new gun soon, probably. But we're doing alright. Take that with a pinch of salt. I haven't fact checked that. I just heard it from a friend. I'm not going to fact check it. I just check it. I assume. Then you probably knew what they were talking about. Love your videos. Thank you, June. The author of Aragon wrote a sci-fi novel called Infinitum. Did they now? That's the first I've heard of that. That's cool. I'll probably like it then. I really liked Aragon. That was a big part of my childhood. What is the red zone in the game? Right, so okay, I'm surprised how few people actually know what's going on in FTL. Yeah, we're outrunning the rebel fleet, so we're oh, backup DNA bank. We don't need that. Shame we can't just have it on board and sell it, but yeah, we don't need that. We don't have a clone bay. Yeah, so we're currently running away from the rebel fleet. And we need to get to Sector 8 and link up with the Federation fleet and then defeat their flagship, and that's how you beat the game. You know what happened with the Minecraft series? An unpopular opinion, but I like it even more than fact. That's not an unpopular opinion. That's just a rare opinion, I'd say. I'm glad you enjoy it, though. Yeah, so basically, I don't live with Ewan anymore. And that was the only way to get a hold of him, because he's kind of not massive on social media and things like that. He barely ever responds to messages, whatever like that. He's, you know, a bit sort of off the grid like that. So the only way to like get him to play was to literally go upstairs, bang on his door, and be like, "Oh, do you want to play some Minecraft?" So I haven't even spoken to him now in, gosh, like 6 months, probably longer. So really, it's just too unreliable to do a series with. So it is gonna come back and it is gonna continue, but it's gonna be with a new co-host. I left it like long enough, and yeah, it's just not gonna cut it with doing it with Chief. So I think you guys are really gonna like who I'm doing it with. It's all planned out already. Again, as soon as I have time to record, I will. But I think just because it's so much more popular, I do want to finish Beyond Kerbal and do the next For All Kerbal Kind episode before I put any time into Beyond into Boldly Go. Because yeah, I don't think it would be yeah, I think it'd be a good idea to just to focus my time on the more popular series before I put any time into To Boldly Go. Would you say is your favorite book? That's a real difficult one. I love a lot of books, but probably my favorite like series would be The Expanse. But the actual writing of The Expanse, oh god, we're getting so many augments. God damn it, that's irritating. These are all better than that one though. I love the universe of The Expanse, I think, more than the actual writing of them. I don't think the books are that well written. They're pretty well written, but the real perk of the there we go, let's get that guy up. The real best thing about The Expanse is just how well fleshed out the world is, and the physics of it, and you know, being so committed to being hard sci-fi. So yeah, I think The Expanse, for its world building, because I know it was designed for a role-playing game, and there is a role-playing game now, which I'm really keen to play at some point. So that's it's perks. But for being well written, I think anything by Stephen King, really, particularly It by Stephen King. For nostalgia, probably like the Aragon series, and then for just sheer enjoyment, like sci-fi wise, I really love the Red Rising series. I named my entire like Reaper mission in Endurance and Beyond Kerbal after characters from that. So Boldly Go is great. I really hope you continue it. Yeah, it didn't get very good views though. It's only about 2,500 views per video. Like Mars Horizon Mars Horizon gets twice as many views per video and is way less effort, you know. But I know the people that do watch To Boldly Go, like really, really enjoy To Boldly Go. Like he's got a really passionate sort of community around it. So yeah, I definitely am going to continue it, mainly because I really, really enjoy making it. It's just so much fun to play. And I'm really excited about the person I'm doing it with. The person who's replacing Chief. Oh, okay. I feel like we might be outmatched here. Okay, we're on fire. We got a fire. Hopefully we can put that out before it spreads to another room. There we go. Okay, let's take out their drone control before they cause any more problems. Okay, they took out the med bay. That's irritating. We're really looking forward to For All Mankind Season 3. Oh, me too. I'm so excited for All Mankind Season 3. I love For All Mankind. Honestly, I think For All Mankind would be perfect if it was like each season was 2 episodes shorter. They didn't follow quite so many characters and they just focused on the space stuff and less of the interpersonal drama and just cut Karen out of the show. Because, and not even like focus on the space stuff more, just like as in, I think all the stuff that's in it is perfect. I think honestly, if you just cut out, like particularly the like episode was just about, you know, their son getting hit by a car and blah 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 blah, like in season 1, I feel like there is an amazing show, like a perfect show I would say in there. Just some of the storylines just really sent me to sleep, you know. But I think because I enjoyed the space stuff so much, it's still also one of my favorite ongoing shows, particularly season 2. I feel like literally you could have the perfect show by cutting things out. I don't think you feel that you even need to add anything because the space stuff for me is all perfect. And I think some of the interpersonal stuff was really, really good. I really liked everything. I've forgotten the character's name now, but you know, the astronaut who is secretly a lesbian, who's having to hide that, because that is exactly what happened to real life Sally Ride. I know Sally Ride is in the show in season 2, but Sally Ride was married to a man, but secretly a lesbian. It only came out after she died, I believe. I think she died. I hope I'm not talking about my ass there, but you know, that entire plotline was based off of a real person's actual experiences and what they went through, and I think that's really, really interesting stuff. But when it's just Karen screaming at doctors for a second opinion, they're just like, oh my god, shut up, go back to Man on the Moon, the interesting stuff, you know, the stuff that makes the series unique. I still love it. I think it's an amazing show. I just think they could cut it down to 8 episodes a season and it'll be perfect. What's Beardy's ship called? I named it the Smoky Bee because that's the name of Olaf's Mead that I'm currently drinking. Canassa's here. Hey Canassa. I remember Aragorn being great when I first read it when I was 11. Not sure it will still hold up. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, they are children's books. I really enjoyed it when I was 11. I think I might have been even younger actually. I might have been about 9 or 10 when I read it. I loved it then. I think maybe as a children's book they're amazing. Again, it probably wouldn't hold up so well now, but yeah, you have nostalgia for these kind of things. I don't think like Harry Potter would hold up so well. I don't understand how some people get so obsessed with Harry Potter, like they read it like over and over and over again. It's the only thing they ever read, if you've ever watched. Like, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was great when I was a kid, and I enjoyed the films. And then I moved on to something else. Like I read Skullduggery Pleasant, which is better. And you know, I just like, it's good. Harry Potter is good. I enjoy Harry Potter, but it's not. I don't get why people think it's the second coming of Jesus Christ. You know, it's like it's earth shattering, and I get so obsessed with the minutiae about it. Like I love Star Trek, and like I get quite nerdy about things, but there's nothing that I am as obsessed with that like Potter fans get so obsessed with Harry Potter. Like, it's not that well written. It contradicts its own canon. It's not amazing. It's just good. It's very enjoyable. It's very easy to digest. They're amazing children's books, and I think you can still get some enjoyment out of them as an adult. And it's an achievement that all the films were at least good, and an achievement as an adaptation. And it's just like, it's great. You consume all. You're like, yep, that's cool. That was really good. I enjoyed that. Then move on. It's like, you're not a Hufflepuff. Get over it. I don't know. It's just, I just don't understand that. Maybe that's me just sounding very, very ignorant. But I just don't understand how people get so obsessed with it. Or with anything, to be honest. Like, I never reread or rewatch anything. I always just move on to the next thing. It's like, okay, I enjoyed that. That's great. I can talk about it with people. It's like we can share the fact that we enjoy it. It's cool to be part of the fandom. But the level of obsession that some Potter fans have, it gets kind of scary almost. That's just my probably unpopular opinion. But yeah. Didn't Paolini write the first one when he was a teenager? He wrote it when he was 15, which makes me feel inadequate. Yeah, he was a young boy when he wrote it. Insanely talented. Harry Potter does not stand up well. There's a whole lot of JK. Yeah. JK is obviously quite a controversial figure now for reasons I won't get into. But yeah, probably not the nicest human being, to be honest. Harry Potter was only enjoyable when I was 12. Yeah, I read it all when I was like 10, and I loved it when I was 10. And then I got over it, and I read something else. The fact that people, like, I have friends in their, mid-20s, and still it's the only thing that they're interested in. And it's just like, just try something new. I just don't get how you can latch onto something that much, something that doesn't even have new books coming out or anything. And all they do is talk about Potter and go on Potter subreddits. And it's just... Like, at least with, like, Star Trek or something, at least there's new series coming out. I guess, Harry Potter's got the Fantastic Beasts film coming out, but... Spoil the base. Crazed screams are heard. Teleporter, retrieve your crew. No! Steak! Steak's been infected. God damn it. Steak, we're going to have to blow you out of an airlock. I wasn't reading the messages properly, but you've been infected by an evil alien virus. And now you must die. That's a shame. Sorry, Steak. My bad. Apparently Picard Season 2 is really good. No spoilers, though. I actually quite enjoyed Picard Season 1. I don't think it deserved all the hate it got. But yeah, apparently Picard Season 2 is amazing. I'm really looking forward to watching it. I haven't watched any of it yet because I watched Picard with my mum and I haven't gone home in a while. So I'm saving it. Have you read Illuminae by Amy Kaufman? By far the best sci-fi book I've read. No, I haven't read that. I wish I had more time to read. I only read in like the 10 minutes or so I have before bed. Just to calm me down before going sleepy buys. I should upgrade my shields, I think. Doesn't cost much to do the second shield upgrade. There you go. I'm not really focusing on the game very much. I'm obviously chatting to the chat more than anything. At least Star Trek can lead to one of their interests. I mean, at least there's like a lot of Star Trek as well. I don't think we can get through this thing's shields. Or maybe we can with the asteroid field helping us. But yeah, like at least I mean, I'm a Trekkie and I haven't even come close to watching all the Star Trek that there is because there's just so much of it, like there's so much content. And like the thing is as well, like with Star Trek, I'll be the first to admit that most of it's not very good. That's like part of the reason why I love it, because it's kind of bad, it's kind of campy and crap, and that's part of what makes it special for me, Oh, hello. We've got a fire in the oxygen thing. Okay, we might be outmatched here. Oh, God, yeah. This has gone badly. This has gone very badly. But yeah, like I'll be the first to admit that Star Trek is not very good most of the time. But I still love it. It's just easily digestible kind of trash TV for me. And there might be sacrilege for some Trekkies out there, but oh Christ, we're getting pummeled. This is always the way FTL goes. Like you're doing fine, and then you just come across a ship or a series of environmental dangers that just are the wombo combo for your ship. And I feel like we've reached that. I'm gonna jump out of here as soon as we can. They're draining our shields, and we're in an asteroid field. Oh God, and the doors are stuck open, and oh God, and we can't open those doors because the door subsystem is broken and also vented to space. I think this might be the end of this run. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, we got another missile incoming. Oh god. This is bad. This is real bad. Go! Can run. Okay, let's hope there's not another ship at the place we get to, because we are in a state right now. Accept the bribe. I don't care. I don't care. You can kill them. There we go. We have bigger fish to fry. Holy shit. Okay. Fix the oxygen subsystem first. You get in there and help with putting out the fire. Oh, Christ alive. Okay, no. You get into the med bay. You go help fix the oxygen. And then you two need to go fix the door subsystem so we can close this door. Oh, God. They're going to die. They're all going to die. Everyone's going to die. There we go. There we go. Okay, close those doors. Run to somewhere with oxygen. Open those doors. Oh. Okay. We're all good. We're all good. Should check out the Star Carrier series by Ian Douglas. Wonderful series set in realistic science. Maybe I will. There's so much good TV and so many good books to read, you know. And just so little time. I wish there were more hours in the day. But alas. Thankfully, we had an event here where you could skip the encounter and take a bribe for not interfering, because wowee, we were in a tough spot there. That automated scout really, really pummeled us. This is fine. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Right, I'm going to have a quick little break because that stressed me out. I need to go and fill up my water and everything. So I'll be back in a sec, guys. Think about what... think about what questions you want to continue asking. I haven't answered even all the questions that have been submitted, so if I've accidentally missed any of the questions, let me know. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Right, remembering to turn the mic on this time. I did that twice. Started streaming without a mic on. Amateur. Amateur moves. Weekends should be 50% longer at least. Big agree. I mean, with productivity gains, we should at least have a 3-day weekend at this point. Working hours do not need to be as long as they are. And minimum wage shouldn't be as low as it is. But, you know, here we are. Not in a socialist utopia, but in a late capitalist hellhole. But we move. How is everyone doing? What do you think of classic literature? Do you enjoy any of Shakespeare's plays? That is a good question. Oh, why can't I power everything? Here we go. Oh yeah, because Steak got blown up, didn't he? Damn it. I enjoy some of Shakespeare's plays. I enjoy classic science fiction. I love classic sci-fi, reading particularly Aldous Huxley, H.G. Wells, that sort of stuff. Ooh, can get a new laser. Burst laser, that's what we want. 2 power, shots per charge, 2. Or a 3rd ion blast. Nah, we get the burst laser. BEA beautiful. How are you up? Probably can't upgrade that subsystem yet. No, we can't. Okay. Did the store have any crew members? Yeah, I love old school science fiction. But I don't know, Shakespeare, I love that stuff. I think is dated in more ways than just like the way they're written. I think a lot of Shakespeare stuff is timeless. Oh my god, not another astro. Why? This is a really awful ship, by the way, the one we're playing as, so I'm struggling more than I would normally be. But yeah, so I guess for the historical value, some of them are good, but like when it comes to actually like enjoy them. Yeah, old school sci-fi is the only kind of classical literature that I really enjoy, I would say. How do you feel about the ISS being decommissioned in the next decade? Oh, until you saw Real Engineering's video. Yeah, I enjoyed that Real Engineering video. The ISS is older than me as well. It's always been like a permanent sort of fixture. I just have to remember that, yeah, you know, it's just not gonna last forever, unfortunately. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it has to do with Russia, unfortunately. You know, you can't continue running a station based on cooperation when you've got a partner that's, you know, invading sovereign states, and making that very difficult. But, oh god, that's a lot of shots. There we go. Managed to dodge a few of those. So, yeah, I mean, it's a bit accelerated. I've known for a long time it was going to be decommissioned, like, I thought, by like 2028, 2030. So the prospect that it might be decommissioned in the next 2 years now is almost kind of scary. But yeah, I mean, it was going to happen eventually, I guess. And part of me feels like maybe it might usher in, you know, a new era of space exploration a little faster, because, you know, a lot of NASA's budget is taken up by maintaining the ISS, you know. So I feel like, you know, having the ISS, although it's amazing, has definitely kept us stuck in low Earth orbit for a long time. And so maybe losing the ISS, you know, and basically being forced to transition over to commercial space stations faster might actually accelerate the space program in the long run. I don't know. I don't think it's a net positive. I'm not going to go as far as to say that, but I don't know. I think it might just push spaceflight in a different direction a little faster than before, if we lose the ISS a bit faster. I don't know. Complexity of the mission plan overwhelms me, and the fact that my computer is really bad and big things become really frustrating to do. What are we talking about? Do you have here we go. Do you have tips for KSP series? Should I start my own? But I best I never get past a few episodes. I don't really know what to say there, to be honest. The only thing that's ever got me through doing, like, been doing big, quite difficult KSP series is you've got to make sure that you're doing something you actually enjoy, or if you're not doing something you enjoy, make sure that you've got a community, not necessarily a big community, but an engaged community, you know? Like, collaborative warfare, like, Fall of Kerbals was fun to play, because of the balance that we had, but collaborative warfare and Kerbal Rising were not fun to play. Like, it was like 8 hours of setup for like an hour of battle at like 2 frames a second, you know, and the videos put together, though I was proud of, and people really enjoyed them, and I love the engagement and the community around it. That was what I enjoyed about those, and that's what kept me making new episodes. Whereas I don't want to say beyond Kerbal, because more recently it's dipping into Kerbal Rising territory, which is why I'm glad to be finishing it, really. But Endurance particularly, I was just playing KSP career mode and doing exciting stuff that I found interesting. How much damage do we want to repair here? 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 15 points of damage. Let's do 10. So I was basically just doing stuff like playing the game the way I would have played it anyway. Do things that you enjoy, particularly if you're starting from you know, basically starting from nothing. Just play games, do things that you enjoy, do the kind of content that you would want to watch, stuff that you're really passionate about, and that really comes through in the videos, I think. Like early Endurance, I was just playing the game and having an absolute blast, you know, and doing really like exciting things and trying to do something new. I think doing something new is also quite important. Like, make sure, actually that does make sense, we'll do that, there we go. Yeah, try to be doing something. Don't just copy what other people are doing. Try and make your own impact. So for Endurance, for me, you know, it was let's try and do case. I mean, I started doing Endurance before KSP2 came out, but it was something that nobody had done before. It was like, okay, let's try and, you know, colonize another star system. That wasn't something that anyone had ever done before, particularly not in a career mode. And it was a big, ambitious goal. You know, it was refreshing, having played a lot of KSP. You know, I needed a new challenge to keep things interesting. So that was what Endurance was for me. So yeah, I think those are the 2 main things I can say, really. It's just do something you enjoy, and try and do something new. Okay, I'm sorry, Laxalot, I don't really have time to just scan through all the messages and stuff. Do you have plans to continue for all Kerbal Kind? Yes, I spoke about that earlier. It's just on a little hiatus because I'm so busy with uni work. It's not going anywhere. Don't you worry. What's your opinion on Bezos and the BE4s? I don't like Jeff Bezos very much, to be honest. I think he's indicative of everything that's wrong with late-stage capitalism. I think if a society is producing billionaires in the first place, then it's failed, because wealth inequality should not get that bad. But non-socialism aside, yeah, I think now he works full-time for Blue Origin. I think Elon Musk put it like, you can't really just be throwing money at the problem. Like, you know, you really need to be giving it your full time. Like, he stepped down as Amazon's CEO so that he could then do Blue Origin full time, and I think that was the correct call. So hopefully he'll get them back on track. I think having reasonable competition for SpaceX is a good thing. I really just hope that they get their shit together. Supposedly the B4 engine problem isn't as bad as people make it out to be. I don't know, my only real source on the entire thing has just been the Angry Astronaut, who's probably not the most reliable source. I just quite enjoy him getting angry about space topics and ranting about them. So yeah, I don't really know how I feel about it. I know how I feel about Jeff Bezos and that he's just a dickhead. I mean, like, I think the most indicative thing was like seeing New Shepard go up with Will Shatner in it. And Will Shatner being clearly very moved by the entire experience and trying to talk about it, and Jeff Bezos clearly not being able to not be the center of attention, and like just dicking around with like bottles of champagne, while Bill Shatner was trying to talk about like how profoundly the whole experience affected him. And you know, like if you've got Captain Kirk going up into space, like maybe that's what you should focus on. Nobody cares about you, Jeff, right? Like you're just the person that made it happen. I don't know. It just comes across as very out of touch. And that's not to say that I think that Elon Musk is really much better, but at least like Elon Musk treats his workers like shit, but he also treats himself like crap. Like, you know, he expects... Oh, we're not going to be able to get through these drones. Boy, oh boy. Okay, we're going to have to jump away from these guys. They've got a defense drone Mark II. But at least, like, you know, Elon himself he makes his workers work ridiculous hours. But he himself works ridiculous hours. Like, he still has a certain level of respect, and that I still don't think... He obviously doesn't work a billion times harder than the next person. I don't think... I want to say that he deserves his fortune, because obviously he's inherited it from family businesses that profited from apartheid. But, but you know, but at least he's doing something, right? At least he is actually working, and he's a visionary. He's working towards something. I don't know. He at least earns a certain level of respect for what he's trying to do and for his vision. I don't entirely know how to put it into words, but you know, I just think whereas Jeff Bezos is basically just a playboy who treats his people like crap, puts on a cowboy hat and goes into space on a joyride and thinks that he's advancing humanity, and then wonders why everyone hates him. You know, I don't know, he just comes across as so out of touch. Colony seems to be recently attacked as a lone survivor. Join a crew! Yay! We've got an engineer! An engine specialist. Which is just what we need, because steak got eaten. Who wants a crew member named after them? Unfortunately, people only get rich by being like they have to be incredibly ruthless to be so profitable. That is unfortunately very true. Let's do another patron, shall we? Let's have a look at our patrons. Yeah, we'll put Android on here, although he's not on stream. You watch Angry Astronaut too? Yeah, I quite enjoy the Angry Astronaut. I don't watch all his videos. His intro is disgustingly long, and he needs to shorten it. So I always skip his intros, and I usually watch his videos because they're always really long form, rambly. I only watch some of them, and I never watch them at 1x speed. But I enjoy his stuff. Particularly after, what was I going to say? Yeah, particularly after, what was his name? Space Eccentric. He used to be Cloud Liquor. He used to be like my guy for space news. And then after other people, particularly Marcus House and now Matt Lown and everyone, started getting in on the space news market, and it got a little bit more saturated. That was when he then hard shifted into a bunch of Trumpian alt-right bollocks, basically. And that was when I started watching Marcus House for my space news. But that was when I discovered Angry Astronaut as well. I think as soon as I think his name was Kevin from Space Eccentric just started being a dickhead for no reason. And it's like, you know, space is the one border we all share. Why do you have to politicize a space news channel? It just made such little sense to me. That was when I started being more outwardly queer as well. Because I was like, actually, I want people to know that that's not the entire space community, you know. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that my community was always very, very accepting of everyone, unlike a certain space eccentric. He was like a COVID denier and everything. It was very painful to watch because I followed his channel. I was an avid supporter of the channel like for years, and like for a long time, like there were always little hints of his political views. Oh gosh, hello. I feel like, yeah, we're not doing very well in this playthrough. We're definitely going to get blown up soon. We just haven't been very lucky with our weapons. Got very lucky with the augments, but no. Oh god, the shields are down. Okay, we're going to die if we don't run away. I forgot what I was even going to say. Yeah, I was a big supporter of that channel for a long time. But yeah. Oh well. Thanks for your response earlier. Really enjoy your work, and I'll see you around. Are you off to bed, Mike? See you, bud. Have you been to the Space Center in Leicester? No. I really want to go. I would love to go. But unfortunately, no, I have not been. Again, just comes down to having time. Oh, I forgot to actually fire my weapons. That would probably help if I did that. Let's fix that whole breach up. Yeah, the Soy 7K. Yeah. I noticed that much. Oh, gosh. Okay. This is going poorly. Yeah, no, I really would love to go see it. I will definitely go at some point. I only went to... what's it called? Duxford. For the first time earlier, just a little bit late last year. So, yeah, all these places are not very convenient to get to, particularly with petrol prices at the moment. Not the most convenient places to go visit, but maybe over the summer or something. It might be an idea to go to the Space Center with Carnassa. I mean, that would be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? A little day trip with Carnassa. We both meet there, go to the pub. Have a romantic weekend together. Not sure his wife would approve of that, but, you know. I don't know, maybe something like that. Go to Duxford together. That'd be cool. Cool little trip to do. But yeah, I mean, I'm, you know, living fairly close to the line at the moment, so a massive, like, weekend trip or, you know, drive up there and back, even the fuel alone isn't something I can really afford. Maybe if YouTube paid for it and we like vlogged a little bit while we were going round, but I don't really want to be that guy who's vlogging in in a museum, you know. Something similar happened to me, a creator I generously supported, then he got pretty far left leaning, like CCCP left. Yeah, see, I don't mind. So a particular thing with Kevin was like his political views were like I kind of picked up on them, but it wasn't part of his content, you know, and it's fine to disagree. Oh god, okay, these guys are going to kill us because we've got Zoltan. We have nobody capable of killing Mantis. Oh gosh. This is bad. I have a clone bay. But yeah, it never like affected his content, you know. At the end of the day, that was what I was there for. Is his content, right? It was only when he was like, then he started pausing his videos so he could show off his machine guns, or he started making just nothing but jokes about how COVID definitely wasn't real, or blah 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 blah. And then it's just like, then when it starts affecting the actual stuff that you're there for, the reason why you're following the channel in the first place, that's when I was like, okay, no, like this is dumb. You know. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you have different views to someone. It's you know, that's not, you know, we can agree to disagree, but when you're sacrificing the quality of your content in order to force them on people, that's when there's an issue, you know. Oh, and we got blown up. There we go. To be fair, I was talking about Concorde. I live near Brooklands Museum, which has got a Concorde. The Duxford Concorde is one of the prototype ones. But Brooklands has one of the actual flight ones, which is cool. Hey, we got a new high score in this pretty crappy ship. So there's that. Smoky B. There we are. We got to Sector 5. Yeah, this is a really tough ship. There's a reason why I haven't got to... I haven't unlocked number C, because I've been exclusively playing on normal for a long time now. Yeah, so I haven't unlocked that, because this is actually a really difficult starting ship to play as. It's pretty crap, I'm not gonna lie, which is why, yeah. I thought we'd play as something a bit difficult today. I wasn't expecting to get to Sector 8. Yeah, that's how it was for this Apple repair guy. He got big into COVID denial and just couldn't keep watching. That's the thing, right? See, it's fine when like you get hints of it. You're like, maybe they believe things that I don't agree with. But you're there for their content. You're there for the things that their community bring together. You know, there to talk about whatever interesting topic, you know, their community is about. And it's when they then compromise that, you know, and to the point where you can't ignore it anymore. Like, I can turn a blind eye to someone's political views or whatever if I enjoy their content and I like the community they've created around what they're doing. But when they're then, like, every video begins with, right, so here are the top 10 reasons why COVID isn't real, or why I hate gay people, or, you know, then it's like, well, I can't in good conscience support you, right, or watch this anymore. Like, you just, yeah. That's, again, another reason why I've deigned to keep politics out of my videos. Here we go. I'm gonna turn the webcam back on. So that's why I've tried to keep politics out of my videos fairly exclusively. Just because that's not what my channel's about. That's why I keep politics out of the Discord as well. Because I think it should be a place for everyone, regardless of where you're from, to just come and just vibe about space stuff. And space is the border we all share. It's something we all have in common. It's something we can all get excited about. And I don't think there should be anything stopping anyone being able to talk about that and being able to feel comfortable talking about that and getting excited about those kind of things. So that's why I've tried to make my community, my Discord and everything as accepting as possible. I know even just the way that I'm dressed right now is probably, you know, maybe going to put some people off. But, you know, it's not like I start every video like, hello, this is the top 10 reasons why, I don't know, it should be illegal not to use gender-neutral pronouns or, I don't know, something similarly controversial within certain circles. You know, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to... I'm just being who I am. So if, like, people don't want to watch my content because they don't like the person that I am, the kind of, you know, something that's actually core to my actual identity, then that's okay. It's something I don't want in my community. I remember there was an issue a while back when I put my background as the bi flag for Pride Month, and there was a person on the Discord who was like, oh, I can't in good conscience follow a queer creator, and left the Discord. And it's like, okay, I don't care then. Like, good riddance if that's the case. But, you know, if someone has different political views to me or, you know, whatever, that's fine. Like, I'm not going to try and force my views onto them, you know? I'm just rambling now, but hopefully you guys get my sentiment. Is that a beer? This is Olaf's homebrewed mead that I've been drinking. One of my patrons sent me a whole box of mead. Like a champ. It's really nice. And I have just finished it throughout this stream. So that's what I've been drinking on stream. Yeah, it's really good. It's lovely, lovely mead. I'm going to start my videos with top 10 reasons I swing both ways. To be honest, yeah, I could certainly start my videos like that. To be fair, like, 10 reasons why you swing both ways isn't exactly, it shouldn't be a controversial thing, should it? But regardless, this is the world we live in. Most surprised the bearded penguin is no longer bearded. Yeah, I did have a beard had a beard for about 3 years, constantly, continuously, as long as I had a beard for in a straight line. But I probably will grow it back at some point. It's just because I shaved it because I was doing this drag thing. I was like, okay, I don't want to grow it straight back. Like, while I'm clean shaven for now, you know, it's a big thing to shave a fully grown beard. You know, it takes a while to build, you know, to grow it back. So I was like, you know, while I'm clean shaven, let's just experiment with you know, being a femboy, really, with looking like this for a while and just see how I feel. And then after a while, I'll probably get bored and then go back to having a beard. You know, it's just getting bored of looking the same way for a while. Yeah. Right, let's answer Lagsalot's question now. What keeps you playing KSP saves? I always find I get burnt out by the time I start doing significant interplanetary things. It's the complexity of the mission planning that overwhelms me and the fact my computer's really bad. So, I think... I'm trying to think of a good way to answer it. I think a key to that is having Kerbal alarm clocks. You can be working on multiple things at once. So you can design a module or whatever, be planning, like building towards some overarching goal. I think have one overarching goal at any one time, but keep doing the smaller missions at the same time. Like do a little moon mission, you know, a little satisfying thing, but just work a little bit towards it. Like be like, okay, today I'm going to design this module for this mission, and then do like a routine mission or something. You know, like I designed the craft and stuff for like the interstellar mission in Beyond Kerbal, like one at a time, while I was working on other stuff and doing just the basic interplanetary missions that I'd previously planned, you know. And just gradually the pieces come together. You start building it together, and then finally it's really satisfying when that all comes together in a satisfying way. I mean, the main thing that keeps me going with these kind of things is just the YouTube community, people being as excited as they are, and putting the projects together and knowing how excited people are going to be to see it. And sometimes, you know, maybe doing a stream while I'm building them. Like for me, a big part of what's kept me interested in KSP, as well as creating interesting new saves and setting myself like ambitious new challenges and stuff, has been YouTube. That's been a big part of it for me. So obviously I can't just be like, just start a YouTube channel, you know. Duh. So yeah, like I can't really speak as to, you know, what exact part of KSP you enjoy. Because like I wouldn't have done Collaborative Warfare if it wasn't on YouTube. Like I wouldn't have done it for myself. It wasn't fun to play. It really wasn't. Fall of Kerbin was. But even then, you know, it was a lot of hours of setup and everything. And it was mainly working toward enjoying elements of it that, you know, we were still working towards the greater goal of creating an entertaining video. And it was always like, I'm enjoying this so much because I'm like, oh, this is going to make such a cool video, and getting cool shots of things and whatever, you know, being like, this is really cool. Whereas if it was just me at home, I don't know if I would have had that same drive. So like a big part of my enjoyment of KSP has been the fact that it is on YouTube, you know. With regard to the mission planning, I quite enjoy things like that. It's a lot to do, but I quite enjoy, you know, taking the while to sit down with a piece of paper and work these things out, and then have it all run like clockwork, you know. Particularly the interstellar mission is like my magnum opus. That took so much planning with the USI colonization system and stuff. I think maybe work towards things piece by piece more, particularly like if you're doing USI or something like that, which require, don't try and do like a self-sufficient base in one go. You know, do something on like a moon so you can get to it relatively quickly, not on another planet, and then build it up and just work it out naturally like that. You know, with USI, it's good to build a small base and then expand it. But okay, what do we need next to extend the longevity of this? And just add little modules and, you know, build it up as you need it. You know, in small, break it down into small chunks. That was what I did with like building Artemis in Beyond Kerbal and Endurance. And then I was like, okay, I've got the template now for a self-sufficient base, and that was what I then copied and simplified and streamlined for then the interstellar mission. I wouldn't have been able to plan that mission if it hadn't been for the pathfinder that was Artemis and building the smaller scale things. Yeah, that's all I can really say towards that. What are your plans to let N9 win for all Kerbal kind? I'm not. I'm not going to. I mean, to be fair, there's no like win condition in for all Kerbal kind at this point. We're just having a great time. Although the first person to land on the moon is certainly going to be a big deal. So we'll see. He's got quite a few of the world firsts, and we're pretty neck and neck at the moment. So we'll see who lands on the moon first. But really, it's just been so much fun playing with him. It was originally just going to be a moon race, but we're definitely going to go further, probably go to Mars. But I would like to finish the series probably with an international Mars mission, including Carnassa as ESA. I think that would be a lot of fun. It's less of a competition. There are competitive elements, but at the end of the day, it's just we're just having so much fun making it together. It's less of a who's gonna win, you know, like it was with For All Kerbal Kind. For All Kerbal Kind? No, For All of Kerbin, I'm trying to say. This is For All Kerbal Kind we're talking about. For All of Kerbin. You know, obviously we've got little one-ups and little victories here and there, but you know, even if N9 beats me to the moon, you're still going to have race for the base. It's still always going to be world first. It's just always little one-ups and pushing each other, and like, you know, putting things out the bag way earlier, like him getting a lunar rover way earlier than I expected, and you know, yeah, it's a fun, I think, healthy competitive spirit. You know, any plans for a Buran-esque shuttle? Yeah, we've already looked at the mods for it. We're getting a Buran, we're getting a Spiral, we're getting a Buran, and yeah, we might also have some nuclear shuttles. We have nuclear engines, so Pathfinder-esque thing is something certainly to expect in the far future. Of fact, this is, I'm looking at I just looking at the preview window, and this is like not in the middle, and that's annoying me. There we go. I can't say I've expected to hear you say the word femboy. Okay, I'm not sure why. I have known I was queer for about as long as this channel has existed. I mean, this channel's only been like really a thing since 2015, with Ksp Interstellar, which is all now private anyway, but then Collaborative Warfare, I realized I was bi in 2014, so I guess I haven't been that out about it until recently. But yeah, what would you say the best way to grow your channel is? Probably collaborations. Find similarly sized YouTubers or ones that are slightly bigger. The big thing for my channel was collaborating with Tape Gaming, because when we did Collaborative Warfare, I had 500 subs and he had 5,000. So doing Collaborative Warfare was what put my channel on the map. Doing the collaboration with multiple people, and put everyone involved in that channel on the map. And then since then, I've done a lot of other collaborative projects. You know, like I think that's been a big boost for N9's channel. You know, I think getting a really, really good collaboration idea, and don't be put off because like most people won't be up for it. You know, I must have asked hundreds of YouTubers before I had the 4 other YouTubers for Collaborative Warfare. You know, I asked a lot of people, and I asked on Reddit, which is where I found Agonarch as well. Just don't be put off because most people aren't going to be interested. But if you've got a good idea, someone's going to be down for it. Yeah, but you know, N9 had less than 1,000 subs. I think just under 1,000 subs when we started For All Kerbal Kind. But someone watched his videos and was in my Discord and knew I was looking for someone to do a series with. And at this point, I wasn't looking for someone to grow the channel. I just wanted someone who would, you know, be a good fit for the series. And they recommended me N9, and I watched his videos, and I was like, these videos are amazing. I love these. So I was like, you know what, this guy's stuff is amazing. I loved his videos. I loved his style and everything. And I was like, you know what, I think this would be, you know, this person would be perfect for this series. And you know, it didn't matter that he, you know, didn't have a huge number of subs. So now he's at 10k. I don't really like, oh yeah, I made his channel, because I didn't. You know, I'm sure he would have got there on his own at some point. But it's you know, his videos deserved views. It's just that people hadn't seen them, because you know, he just needed some traffic. You just needed you need something to, you know, show people that your channel exists. So I was more than happy to direct people towards N9's channel, because I thought his content was so great. You know, I love his videos. So I was more than happy to, yeah. And I think that was definitely the right call. Like, I think he was definitely the right person to do For All Kerbal Kind with. So, you know, it's always like gravy that then he got a lot more subs out of it. But yeah, what are your plans to nuke N9? I'm not going to nuke N9, because that would start in World War 3, which there wouldn't be a very long series if that started. Are you a weeb? No, I am not. I don't watch anime. Maybe I might like it. It's just like the barrier to entry is so high. I feel like getting into it is kind of hard. Yeah, I don't know. There's just so much of it as well. There's so much. There's just the time investment it would need to get into anything like Dragon Ball Z. Or, I don't know, it just kind of overwhelms me. Just want to say I love that seal plush. Yeah, that's Charlie. He's my chunky seal. I found N9 through For All Kerbal Kind, and the way I found For All Kerbal Kind was was through the whole Matt Lown sucks. Did people find my channel through that? That's bizarre. I actually find that hilarious. That was just a joke. I love how people thought that there was actually drama between me and Matt. They were like, oh no, stop. Why is there drama? And people are actually getting worked up about it. And it's like, This is very clearly a joke. Like, we're clearly not actually battling. Yeah. Did Mrs. Beardy put a choker on you? This isn't a collar. And there is no Mrs. Beardy. Or Mr. Beardy. As much as I might wish there to be one. To be fair, I don't really wish there to be one, to be honest. I'm not going to get into my personal life, but I'm very happy where I am right now. Only 4 hours to watch a 12 episode series. It depends how long the episodes are, isn't it? Yeah, it was a joke, but it was funny. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Some people took it a bit too seriously, though. Yeah, anyway. Are those all of the... Those are all the questions then? Because I think I might bring this stream to a close. We got blown up in FTL, but this wasn't really an FTL stream. It was just a hello, I'm still alive stream. Yeah, just touching base, really. Really, TLDR for the stream. For all Kerbal Kind is not cancelled or anything. I've just been too busy with my dissertation. I got another 5,000 words and a bunch of results to take. Probably not going to be back at this point until late June, early July. Beyond Kerbal finale is the priority, and I'm recording a song for that, so it's going to take a while. And then for all Kerbal Can be back after that, and then Boldly Go will be back after that, and then it'll be some new content. So it'll just be the only continuing gaming stuff will be for all Kerbal Kind and Boldly Go once Beyond Kerbal's finished, and then some more general interest stuff, which I think you guys are going to be really excited about. It's the kind of stuff I think you'll be really interested in. How are you doing health related? I am much better, just very busy, so very stressed out, a bit overwhelmed with university work at the moment and stuff. So that's where we're at. That's why I wanted to do this stream. I suddenly realized I was free of an evening, so I was like, let's do a stream and just chat to you guys and just be like, hey, here's the questions you keep asking, and also answering some other questions. It's the wonders of a live Q&A. But anyway, that seems to be everything. So, don't know why I did. I just pushed that back. Yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream there. We do a KSP2 Let's Play when it comes out. I don't know about a Let's Play, but I'll certainly do videos on it, that's for sure. We'll see what happens when it comes out. We'll see if For All Kerbal Kind is still going. We're going to try and end it before KSP2 comes out, but we'll see how feasible that is with where we want to take the series. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it continues past the release of KSP2. We can obviously be playing both KSPs at once. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave the stream there. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this kind of impromptu little live Q&A / Mead tasting session. Thank you so much to Olaf Hammerhand / Jonas for sending me all of this lovely mead. It was really nice. I was enjoying it while playing FTL, even if it did fizz up and make my mouse now smell of honey smoky mead. So I'm probably gonna wash that after. But yeah, thanks for joining, everyone. Yeah, hopefully I got to your question if you asked it. I know I missed a couple, but sorry about that. If you have any more, there is a channel on my Discord called Q&A Questions. I will do a Q&A video at some point. I'm not going to put a date on it, but yeah, I do them very infrequently, whenever. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Stay safe, everyone. Best of luck with exams and whatever's going on. Probably before the next time I do a For All Kerbal Kind video or something. And yeah, see you around. XCOM streams might come back at some point, but again, I'm very, very busy, so we will have to see about that. Probably just have to wait till June, July for the channel to get back to, I don't want to say the usual, but back to like regular high effort content. You know, the Mars Horizon stuff has got a few more episodes to go. It's every Monday and Thursday, and then it's probably going to be a bit quiet until I finally have some time again. But I'm going to do the channel full time over the summer, so you've got that to look forward to. Right, bye everyone, stay safe, and have a nice evening or morning or whatever it is wherever you are in the world.